Hey, what up, what up, what up, baby? It's your boy G, man, and I'm back on with Talking with G. Hey, we have a great episode ahead of us today, man. A lot of things going on. We have a lot of topics that we need to jump into as well. Um, we have some Heisman talk, we have some NBA talk, and we have some playoff football for this weekend, man. Two triple headers, Saturday and Sunday, that we're going to jump into. Um, and also, we're going to talk a little bit about this Hall of Fame um, candidates for this upcoming 2021 induction, man, and get you all thoughts on what y'all think about it. So, man, thank y'all for joining the show, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, follow on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. And if um, you want to comment, you can comment on Facebook and also on YouTube, and I will be able to follow those text messages or the chats. So um, definitely do that, man. And let's get this thing going, man. Let's get this thing going. Hope we can get my boy Mike on um, in a little bit. And uh, actually, I'm going to put the if you want to join the show, I'm going to put the link out as well, man, and you can click on that link, and you'll be able to join the show, man. So, like, I like to get you all's feedback as well. So, make sure y'all are interactive with me, man. We have a better show when y'all are interactive as well, man. So, appreciate that. Appreciate that. But I want to start this show off a little different this time, man, than I normally do. This is a big day in Georgia history, in U.S. history, and um, I want to just send a big shout out to um, Reverend Raphael Warnock, um, John Ossoff, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris. Man, this is a history has been made, and right now the nation is going through a change um, that is needed, but is not being handled well right now. Um, I know you all have seen what's going on the news, seeing what's going on at the Capitol, and it is despicable. It is disturbing, and it is definitely not what um, how the country should be represented right now. But this is what happens when you have a a person like Donald in office, and a person that doesn't care about people, cares about himself, cares about um, how powerful he can be, cares about how many people like him, and who will follow him, and um, he's a dictator, and he's trying to not run a country. He was trying to run a cult, and now you're getting the the backlash from that all, man. And what we're seeing and what we've seen happen to Black Lives Matter protest, and what's happening right now at the Capitol are the two different worlds that we've been talking about for years. And you've seen the difference in how they act and how they protect um, others, and how they don't protect people of color. So um, you're not going to see the type of stuff that happened, like Black Lives Matter protesters getting ran over by cars. You're not going to see that because we don't have that type of hate in our bodies, man. We don't live on that type of hate. But these people that are out there right now, these thugs that are at the Capitol, this is how they live and this is how they feel. They live with a lot of hate, man, but Um, we will get past this, man. Um, Reverend Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff and uh, President-elect Joe Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris. Y'all have y'all hands full, but no, y'all are not in this alone, man. This is not just on y'all to try to fix. Y'all have uh, the country. The country has spoken. Georgia has spoken. So we are all standing behind you. We have your back, and just know that we are with you, and we will win. We will come out victorious at the end of all this. So I did have to start the show off with that, man. Like I said, I think this we are definitely in um, uncharted waters right now. Um, they have to do something about Donald, man. They have to get him out of that office right now. It's necessary. And I had to say this first before I get into the show. I think this is very important. I'm not trying to be a political show, but I think this needed to be said, and it has to be taken care of. And right now, um, this is what I have. This is my way and my avenue, my way to get to the people, man. So I will use that my platform to do it. So um, get them out of there. The 25th Amendment, get them out of there. Something has to be done. So maybe you can see the police have actually allowed and opened up the gates for them to actually get into the Capitol, which is um, something I think we've all been saying for a while, man. Is the the Proud Boy, the KKK, um, they are all in cahoots with the police because they are probably a lot of them are working with the police or in the police. So um, it's all showing, man. It's all coming to the light. So that's how I had to start the show today. I hate that I had to do it that way, but I wouldn't have felt comfortable not speaking my mind and putting it out there. So uh, I'm proud of Georgia for turning the state blue fully. I'm proud of our youngins, man, our young adults, for making their voices heard. I'm extremely proud of just the way this whole Georgia community, DeKalb, Cobb, Habersham, Gwinnett, Fulton, everybody came together, man, and completed this mark of history right now. So, uh, so that's it, man. That's it for my rant, my little rant, man. That's it for right now. So, uh, let's go on, man. Let's go on to the sports now. Oh man. So, woo-wee. Let's go. Let's jump into the Lakers, man. My Lakers are back on top. 6-2 or 7-2 now, I think it is. Um, on a 4 game winning streak. Been on the road 4 straight games, man. One straight, 4 straight games. I'm not really understanding how the scheduling is going. It seems like we're playing the same teams over and over. I know we played the Spurs back to back, and then we went to Memphis and played Memphis back to back, and now we're going back to the Spurs and we're playing them again. Um, of course, I believe it's going to be another dub, but why are we playing the other teams? You know, I do believe we play Houston on Friday. I think it is. So that's a different team. But the boys are playing well, man, and we're still battling a few injuries. Um, Once we get our boy Caruso back, we'll be back in. We'll be back ready to roll with at full strength. And um, what's up, Big Nilo? It's my boy Nilo watching. My boy Jeffrey Keaton, as a Cowboy fan watching. Hey, we're gonna get into them boys in a little bit, baby. I definitely want to get your thoughts, man, and see what you think about the coaching staff. I haven't been able to talk to you about that, man. So I definitely want to get your thoughts on that, bro. Um, but yeah, so the Lakers are rolling, man. The Lakers are looking really well, looking really good. The Clippers took a L last night to the Spurs, surprisingly, and the Clippers have been playing pretty decent, man. The Spurs probably played their best all around game last night. Um, and came home with the dub. So that is what put the Lakers back in first place, or maybe tied for first place with the Phoenix Suns. Um, then the Clippers now have 3 losses. So it's early in the season, but I'm gonna try to keep y'all up to date on the records and the scores and who's first, who's second, and all that. I'm trying to keep up with the first 8 teams that's in there. Looks like Denver's finally starting to find their groove. I think it's helping them out with the team they've been playing. Minnesota's not that great of a team, so you can get your swagger back playing against them. So that helped them out a lot. Um, but the Hawks, man, the Hawks are. What's up, GP? Got my boy GP on here. Um, yeah, the Hawks they're starting to struggle a little bit, man. I think they'll get it together, but they are not playing as a team right now, and that's was kind of disturbing me with that. Um, okay, I see what that's on Twitter. Um, yeah, man. So that the Hawks, man, they are a team sport. They are a team, man, that plays like a team. And I think that they're on a lot of uh, hero ball, and that doesn't work for them. They're not built for that type of game. They're not built for um, Trey Young to be the only scorer. They need that ball to facilitate through everybody. Man, they play a lot better when they're playing that way, and and they have to pick that defense up. Their defense has really been slacking, man. Um, they definitely have to uh, play play better, play better. I think they will. I think like I said, I think the coach is a great coach, man. Uh, Up and coming great coach. Maybe I'm throwing that word out there loosely. Maybe I shouldn't give him the Coach Pierce the great yet, but I think he's a pretty damn good coach, man. And I think he'll get them boys together. It won't be long before he does, man. They're taking a little beating right now. The Charlotte Hornets, who are a surprise team, I think they're about like 19, 18 or 19 right now against the Hawks. So the Hawks just gotta they got to start defending better and just playing better, like I said, all around. Looks like Gordon Hayward is going off on them. I think he had 25 in the first half, and John Collins is leading the Hawks with 14. Trey Young only has 2 points. That's not gonna get the job done. Him and Cam Reddish, man, that's not gonna get the job done. Y'all, they can't both have 2 points. So I don't believe it like that the whole game. They'll get together, man. They'll get together. So my pick for the Hawks being the fourth or the fifth seed over the Sixers ain't looking good right now. The Sixers are leading the East still at 7 or 6-1, and I think they're blowing out Milwaukee right now. I think it is. Um, so it's my pick ain't looking good, man. Like they don't get it together, man. I might have to get some wings up, dog. Number boy, me and Prince got some wings on it. So I gotta. I hope I don't have to come out of pocket for that, man. Oh, I'm sorry, they're beating on the Wizards, and everybody's beating on the Wizards. So I'm not putting too much stock in that one. not put too much stock in that one. But the surprise team, man, and I think I talked about them last show. The doggone New York Knickerbockers, and I know my boy is Jeff Woods is super excited about this, man. He didn't put out the word championship, um, but it was the Eastern Conference championship. He didn't go finals. He didn't go to NBA finals. He did say the Eastern Conference championship. So I think he might need to just hold up a little bit, man. They are playing well, but I'm not putting them over the Nets or the Hawks or the Celtics or even the Pacers right now. Um, I know, like I said, I know they're looking good. Coach Thibodeau is brought in that little dog in him, and he has them playing well, man. He had the Knicks playing at a level that I know none of us expected that, and uh, they've always had talent, but he actually has them playing hard, and I think that was you was missing before with the Knicks is them playing hard. They weren't playing hard before, and they're playing hard now, man. So definitely um, keep an eye on the Knicks, man. Like I said, the Knicks are a surprise team, dog. Um, they Randall has put together a nice little game, man. Um, under Tibbs, man. Tibbs is letting them go out there and get buckets. So, uh, yeah, keep an eye out on them. Keep an eye on them. They moving up. It's early in the season there, but they're moving up, man. They're moving up that ladder. Um, I think last week they were like fourth or fifth. Um, now, shoot, them Mad Boys might be second or third, man. So, uh, Knickerbockers fans, man, y'all have something to be happy about. Y'all and Spike Lee can actually, when this pandemic is over, man, y'all can come out to the games and be proud of what they're putting out on tape, out on the floor. So, uh, yeah, definitely be on the lookout for that. What's up, Miss Judy Jew? How you doing, Lisa? Um, like I said, jumping on the Sixers again, man. The Sixers are rolling, man. Sixers are rolling. Um, that chemistry seems to be clicking pretty well uh, with the team, and they got a lot of moving pieces, man. They brought in some people, man. Seth Curry, Danny Green, Dwight Howard, uh, and they all seem to have picked up pretty easily, pretty quick. So they uh they're looking good, man. They're looking better than I thought. Looking way better than I thought. I think you've added them shooters around uh, Embiid and Ben Simmons, and it's paying dividends, man. It's paying dividends, uh, and you can't forget them getting Doc Rivers over there. That may um, that may be the difference. I think my boy Mike was saying that might be the difference, or Tori, one of them was saying that might be the difference in the teams, man. If you can get uh, a championship coach on your team, then you're ahead of the game already. So I think the Sixers have done well with that, man. Um, you have teams that you thought were going to do bad that are doing well, and you had teams that you thought were just going to be um, decent or fighting to stay alive, and you see them kind of doing that, like the Warriors, Golden State Warriors. Without Klay Thompson, man, it's tough. It's tough to have um, a chance to fight in the Western Conference. But I think a lot of us um, have forgot or maybe even underestimated how great, and I'm not using that word loosely right now, how great Stephen Curry is, man. Stephen's the type of player that can carry a team on his back, and you forget that that's what he used to do before he had all them stars, man. He used to carry that team by himself, and he showed that the other night, man, playing against the Portland Trailblazers. He single-handedly dominated the Portland Trailblazers, putting up his career high 62 points, um, NBA's best so far this season, man. And Curry was NBA Jam on fire, dog. Like, he couldn't miss, man. He couldn't miss. It was good to see. It was good to watch. It was it was um, it was the Curry of old, man. You know, Curry has had a couple seasons with injuries, and you know, I guess when you play that many games as he had played over that period of time, man, you know, your body needs time to heal. And I think last year, man, gave him that opportunity to heal, man. And he came out a little rusty this season, but now, man, my guy is lighting that thing up. He is lighting that thing up, man. And I still don't see the Warriors making it into the playoffs, but they have they'll be fighting, man. They'll be fighting to get that A spot. Um, they have a young team, so it'll be very difficult for them to actually contend um, with the better teams in the West. That the West is loaded, man. But I think this might be the first year in a long time where the East may be just as loaded as the West is. And you know, we don't see that often. It's either the um, West is loaded and the East is just top loaded. But now, man, I think the East is actually 1-8. It's pretty loaded, along with the Lakers. You know, so um, that's something to look out for. You know, like I said, NBA season is just beginning, man. So it's exciting to see um, them back on the floor, and you know, during the pandemic, you know, you don't have no crowd, so you're actually just seeing and hearing the the talking on the floor. Uh, it, uh, it you get to see basketball at its finest, I think, man, without the crowd. I think the crowd. I think you see the people they really play for the love of the game, man. I mean, of course they get paid for it, but you really see them get to play, and not to the crowd. Uh, you don't see as I don't maybe it's just me, and y'all tell me if y'all see it. I don't see a whole lot of as much flopping going on as you did before, or maybe I'm just not watching as much. But I don't see as much. Um, it's like they was flopping everywhere, man. The league was turning into they was talking about finding folks for flopping. So it seems like it's gotten better. I don't think they ever did find anybody, but it seems like it's getting better, man. So um, get the same thing. Like I'm not even. All right, here we go. So uh, just seems like they're just, the game seems like getting a little more physical because ain't nobody there. Um, and like I said, maybe I'm just so intrigued in the game, man, that I'm just overlooking all that other stuff. Um, but let's move on to the next subject, man, and let's talk about the. And I don't like. I just want to bring it up. I don't really want to talk too much about it, man. Um, but maybe y'all can tell me y'all thoughts on the Heisman Trophy um, winner, Devontae Smith, the guy from Alabama, the receiver from Alabama. I think the only thing I really want to talk about is I was so shocked that Justin Fields wasn't even in the race. I don't watch a whole lot of college football, but I know about Justin Fields. I know how bad he was. Um, so I was kind of surprised that he wasn't even in the race for the um, Heisman Trophy. Um, and I kind of think it's a shame that Trevor Lawrence never, um, in his 3 years, never got a chance to or never won the Heisman. Um, I think he was definitely deserved of it, but I'm seeing a lot of people say that, shoot, Trevor was really isn't that great. Uh, I don't know. The guy's got like NFL quarterback to me. Um, like he has all the attributes of a NFL quarterback. He can throw intermediate. He can throw, make all the throws. I'm not really seeing what they're saying. Um, he's played the best. I mean, he played Alabama twice. Um, so I, I don't know. I think the guy's the truth. I think he's a definite number one draft pick, man. I think he's a definitely a franchise quarterback. And I'm not saying Justin Fields isn't, but I think this guy is. So I think as fans and I think people have to be able to like two people at one time, man. Like it, you can like Kobe and LeBron. You can like LeBron and Michael Jordan. Like you don't have to down one to make the other one look better. That's not how it's supposed to work, man. I think Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence are both great quarterbacks, or especially college quarterbacks. And I think they're both going to have really, really good careers in the um, in the in the NFL. And my boy Matt Nagy, what's up, big dog? He said your team owns the Cowboys. What team is that, Matt? I, let your boy know what team owns the Cowboys. Um, the right now, shoot, a lot of teams own it right now, but we've been playing. 2021 gonna be a little different though. So, hey, what's up, niece? See, my niece is watching. Oh, the Chicago Bears. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all got us a couple times, Matt. Y'all got us a couple times. Um, y'all got us when it was super cold, man. You know we couldn't take that cold. Oh, you the coach. You look. Is that Matt Nagy of the Chicago Bears? Well, what's going on, Matt? Man, I appreciate you watching the show, big dog. Hey, y'all. Um, oh, we do, man. We have a ton of talent. I think we have the right coach. Um, and Mike McCarthy, man. I think I think next season, man, we'll get to see him at his full complement of with his full complement of players, man. And I think you'll be able to see him use everything that he has at his disposal. Um, I definitely agree with you. Andy Dalton needs to leave. I think Andy. I think Andy can be a bridge player for some team, man. Um, I think he's shown that he has the capability to at least hold the team down until they're ready to put their quarterback in. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I think Andy definitely needs to leave, man. He can get one more paycheck, and then he can ride off into the sunset. I think he's shown enough. But your Bears, man, I actually think your Bears have a great chance of beating the Saints this weekend, man. I think y'all match up well with the Saints. Um, I think the Saints are a good team, but for some reason in the playoffs, as of late, they they turn into the Falcons. They find a way to lose. Um, so I like it, Matt. No, bro, y'all ain't about to get whooped, man. Y'all ain't about to get whooped. Um, y'all, like, yeah, I don't know what y'all gave Mitchell Trubisky, dog, when y'all sat him down, but whatever y'all gave him, uh, turned him into a new player. Turned him into a new player, man. Um, he's playing decent, man. You Prescott is not leaving the Cowboys. He has too much going for the Cowboys. That team is built for him, so he ain't gonna leave, man. Um, we if we don't sign Dak, man, that'd be up there with letting Jimmy Johnson leave, and we see what that we'll see what happened after that. So we cannot do that. Um, I don't see y'all getting whooped, dog. I actually, like I said, I think y'all match up well with the Saints, man. Y'all defense plays well. Um, y'all nemesis is Green Bay. Um, yeah, yeah, and it all depends on how um, Montgomery. If Montgomery is healthy and he can play, y'all will be all right. Um, he gives you so much, man. He does so much out the backfield that he allows uh, Trubisky to play in his comfort zone. So with your defense and with that, man, I think y'all can keep the game close. Um, and then you go to New Orleans and there's no fans. So playing there with no fans, um, yeah, that Saints rush D is legit. But they're you can go there and be successful in moving the ball. Um, so I don't and the way y'all move it is pretty good, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, Robert Quinn had a great season with us, um, but he people don't realize how much Tank Law, man, took off of him. The pressure that they took off of him, like it. He was able to really flourish under that system that we ran out there, man, with him and Tank Law. So yeah, he got paid, man. He really ain't giving y'all nothing. 2 sacks is all he has. Yeah, that's disappointing because he got a nice paycheck. He got a nice paycheck for y'all. So yeah, that hurt, but he's still a threat, and that hopefully he can turn it on in the playoff. Y'all still got Khalil Mack. Y'all still have a really really good defense. That front seven is strong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, absolutely right. You're absolutely right. We were running a 4-3, man, so he was able to just play that. Play that. He was terrible against the run, but he was bringing that pressure, man. Um, so yeah, if you're not using him as a real DN, then yeah, he's probably gonna struggle if he has to um, play in that 3-4. He's not a 3-4 type. Um, so yeah, you might be right, Matt, if he's doing that. But I think your team gonna surprise you, Matt. Man, I think your team's gonna surprise you, man. I actually got um I actually had picked y'all to win um before before the before we started talking. Um, so yeah, I think y'all have a good chance, man. Like I said, the Saints at home is not the same right now because of the pandemic. And no crowd, man. That was their big advantage. That crowd is loud, very loud. I don't know if y'all have been to a New Orleans Saints game, but it's I've been to quite a few games. That's probably one of the loudest stadiums I've ever been in. Man, they get loud, loud, loud. Yeah. No, he's not. Um, his arm is not what it used to be, and that's why this is his last year, man. Father Time is catching up with Drew, um, and and I think that's why what's his name is so great of a coach, man. Sean Payton. because he knows that Breeze doesn't have it all yet, anymore. So that's why he sprinkles in uh, uh, what's my boy name? Uh, the big, the tight end slash quarterback slash running back. Um, yeah, Taysom Hill. Yeah, Taysom Hill. That's why he throws him in there. So you say I think sports and stadiums are a bit overrated. Like in the second quarter, you already thinking about the stadium. A lot of people think about Lambeau, but it comes down to execution. Yeah. No. I think in sports, um, I think teams play off the crowd. So I agree they still got to execute, but I think you when you're not playing well, your crowd can bring you up. You know what I mean? You can they can give you that feel good. Um, it feels great to have that team booing the other team or cheering every play or uh, defense. That stuff works, bro. That I mean, I think that affects the game. It affects if you can hear, you know. Um, it affects sometimes your play calling. You know, you get down in the red zone. Sometimes you don't want to call this play because you're not sure everybody gonna hear it, so you don't call it. So you kind of So I think it does help. I think it does help, but execution is definitely the the key to any sports team, any game. You got to be able to execute, um, especially in the playoffs, where every play, every series matters. Um, every play, every series is crucial. You can't have a lot of mental mistakes, man, in the playoffs. Um, so without no crowd noise, it's yeah, yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So without that crowd noise, I think it doesn't even the playing field, but it makes it a little better for the opposing team, man. Just like you said, like Seattle, going up to Seattle is a little different now without that 12th man. You go up there and you don't hear that 12th man out there. Where and I've never been to a Seattle game. That's on my bucket list. I need to go out there. Um, and actually, the pandemic messed that up for this year, of course. But um, I think that stadium is definitely not the same. Uh, hey, so the NFC East, man. My boy Matt says I need to explain the NFC East. Um, the NFC least this year, every year, man, there's a division that goes through a season like this, um, and we just happen to be that season. I mean, that division this year. Um, we we ran through some tough injuries for both not both but for the Giants and the Cowboys. I think of course my boys had a bunch. Um, you know, bring that in with new coaches, and you bring that in with um, I think we had three new coaches in the division. And a lot of people like to say, well, that doesn't really matter, man. A lot of people um, are starting new coaches. Look at Cleveland, and I mean, you always have one outlier, in the group that does well, but overall, man, the, the having a new coach, a new coaching staff, new system, um, in COVID as well, I think contributed to a lot of what you're saying in the NFC East, man, in the NFC East. Carson Wentz is definitely not that dude. I think he got a lot of hype early. Um, Carson Wentz is not. He wasn't good before, and they paid that man all that money. Worried about that getting paid and having that price tag go up, and I think that's messed them up, man. That's actually messed them up, and now I think they're stuck. I think they're stuck with Carson Wentz. Um, yeah, the Cowboys would be better, man. The Cowboys were they did well to get 6 wins. They did well to get 6 wins. Um, the Giants defense, actually, I thought the defense played well for the Giants. I thought their offense sucked. Their offense was like down at the bottom of the list, for in offense, thanks to Jason Garrett. And the Washington football team, yeah, their offense, they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback that can stretch the field, that can um, that can give them something. They missed on Haskins. Um, Alex Smith is a good player, but he's a good bridge player. He's not one you want um, leading your team for the whole season, man. He's a good backup, um, and just a good all around person to teach your young quarterback how to play, uh, like he did with Pat Mahomes. So uh, their defense is legit. So the Washington football team is going to be in the talking for a minute, man. Because that defense is truly legit, truly legit. Um, well, I appreciate this, mother man. Matt is on, man. Um, yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. They 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 will be. Everybody said the Cowboys against the Eagles. Cowboys, Eagles. Who gonna win? Who gonna win? Nah, it's gonna be Cowboys, Washington, for the next couple of seasons, man. As long as we sign that, as long as we sign that, it'll be the Cowboys versus the Washington football team for the NFC each year. So definitely, man. Um, so I appreciate that, man. I love it. I love this talk. I love this talk, Matt. So give me your thoughts on these games coming up, Matt. You got the Colts and Bills. Bills are Bills second best team in the AFC, maybe the second best team in the league. Playing the Colts, man, who are a tough nose team, um, but they've had some losses that were kind of mind boggling during the season, man. But I think they are definitely a a strong team. So, what do you think about that game? Yeah, Bills got the momentum. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the Bills tough, man. I, I I worry about the Bills not being in the playoffs before. They're young. You know, getting in that playoffs, um, is the light's gonna be too big for them. I think the Bills will win, um, but yeah, the Colts are a well coached team, man. Well coached team, and they can keep Philip Rivers from turning the ball over. Then um, I think they'll give the Bills a run for their money. I think, of course, Bills are the better team, but I think the Colts gonna give them a run for their money, man. But I think the Bills have what it takes to win this game. Um, who else? All right, so yeah, that Taylor's the truth, man. That's what Taylor's the truth. Um, and then they got a good backup in Hines as well too. So they gonna the Colts have to get um, T.Y. Hilton involved. When you get T.Y. Hilton involved, it makes the game so much easier for their team, for their offense, man. When he's not involved, their offense struggles. When they went on that little streak towards the end of the season, T.Y. Hilton was getting 100 plus. Um, and then the last couple games, they stopped going to him. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. So so I thought Miami would get him because I thought Allen was sitting down. I didn't know he was playing, man. Um, so I thought Miami would win by default, basically. But uh, when Allen played, I was like, oh yeah, they in trouble because Allen has made a real name for himself, man. Um, no, Ty, actually Ty is I don't even know how old Ty is, but Ty was still. It's like he always open. I don't know what Philip Rivers was doing, man, but it seemed like he was always open, man. Like I said, he just wasn't getting the looks, the touches. Um, late in the season. Like I said, they went on like a 3 or 4 game winning streak, man, and that boy was Ty was killing them. 31? Oh, that ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. I mean that ain't young, but that ain't too old. Um, so, but yeah, I think so. Let me ask you about the Rams in Seattle. Yeah, Pascal's good too, and he's the one getting all the looks. He gets all the touches now. Um, Pascal has taken over that Ty spot, and Ty has actually become the second. So yeah, you're right about that. So what do you think about the Rams Seattle? We just talking about the Seattle's 12th man. What do you think about that? Is that true? Yeah. Um, Golf has been playing horrible anyway. Um, yeah, I think the Rams were definitely trending in the wrong direction anyway. They kind of backed into the playoffs. Yeah, I think Seattle's gonna handle them pretty easy. I think Seattle got on a little roll, man, after they whooped up on the Jets. They kind of found their offense. Remember, they had been struggling before they played the Jets. And then they put up 44 on them, and they 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 started to find their rhythm. Then they struggled. They struggled against Arizona. The last, well, not Arizona, was San Francisco, the last game of the season. Um, but they ended up, shoot, I think ended up putting up 30 something at toward the end of the game. So yeah, I think the Seattle Seahawks are gonna uh, run away with that game, man. I don't even think that's gonna be a close one. Um, I think Jalen will. I think Jalen will control DK, but I think the other one's gonna get off, man. Um, yeah, Jalen has had quietly a great season, man. He shut down a lot of cornerbacks this year. Um, yeah, and divisional games always tricky, man. But like you said, there not having golf, uh, maybe not having golf, or if you do have golf, you're gonna have a less than 100% golf, man. I think, and they don't have a running game anymore either. Um, I think it's gonna be really tough on them. And your boy Carroll, he finds a way to win in the playoffs. So I think they're gonna pull that one on off, man. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a, a 2 touchdown win for them. Um, Bucks in Washington. What's your thoughts on that, man? Um, your boy Chase Young is calling out the goat, Tom Brady, man. Um, he said he wants Tom Brady. So what are your thoughts on that? I think like I said, I love Washington's front seven, man. I think Washington front seven is tough, but playoff uh, Brady versus versus that defense, I think he's gonna eat them apart, man. Yeah, their secondary is exactly their secondary is not good, man. Yeah, he's gonna eat them up, and yeah, that Bucks defense is underrated, man. I think they're number one in rush defense. Um, but they're susceptible in the pass as well. Um, but Washington, they don't have enough firepower to stay with the Bucks, man. The Bucks, um, I don't see them having a off game against this team. Yeah, they have way too many weapons. I definitely agree with you on that, Matt. Definitely agree with you on that. Um, all right, let's go to Jason Pierre-Paul. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, definitely, man. That front four, man, and Pierre-Paul, man, has been playing um, lights out, lights out. He's been balling, man. So yeah, that they have too much on both sides of the ball. They just don't want to match up with uh, New Orleans. I think New Orleans is their kryptonite, so I don't think they want to match up with them, man. That's going to be tough on them if they do that. So um, let's go to the Sunday games. You got the Ravens and Titans. The Ravens and Titans, man. Um, I think the Ravens in trouble. I think the Titans, um, they're a little too physical. I think they're too physical for uh, the Ravens, man. And the Ravens used to be that physical team, but I think when they play the Tennessee Titans, man, Tennessee just, I mean, I think they just punch them in the mouth every time, um, and they just have no answer for Derrick Henry. Um, so yeah, they are. I think they're in trouble, man. I think they got a bad matchup to start out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're absolutely right, man. And they figured that part out. You make them throw, and you make them do that. You win that. So I got a Titan winning that game as well. Um, and Lamar got he has to work on that part, man. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But for some reason, man, they actually play Lamar well. Uh, they actually play him well for some reason, man. Um, I'm not sure why, but they do. They do. They play him. They play him well. They keep him under wraps. So I see them really uh, putting it on him, man. Um, so I'm gonna come back to you on Sunday night, man, and we're gonna talk about that and see what Lamar did against them. Um, so your Bears and Saints. I know you already told me that you don't feel your Bears are gonna uh, handle the Saints. I actually feel differently about that. Uh, yeah, definitely. Um, the Bears, um, I think match up well with the Saints, man. I actually feel pretty confident in saying the Saints are might be in a little bit of trouble, man. Especially if um, my boy doesn't play, man. Um, if if he's still out with COVID, uh, uh, yeah, if he's still out with COVID, man, they gonna be in trouble. Um, they need 41 in that game, man. If 41 is the engine that keep that thing rolling, man. And, he messed around and went out and caught COVID last week, so he didn't play last week. Even though they still won, but they played Carolina. Um, yeah, if Thomas plays, man, he won't be 100%. Um, and yeah, but I think y'all have the defense that can. I mean, you're not gonna stop Kamara, but you can if you can try to you can maintain them. I think you have a chance, man. So I definitely think you all. I got you all winning, man. I got you all winning. Yeah, they say Thomas well rested, but Thomas he ain't gonna kill you. He gonna move the chains. Um, but he the person that kills you is Kamara. You know, Thomas ain't gonna kill you too much. I'm not. I wouldn't even really worry about Thomas too much, man. He's a good receiver. I ain't taking nothing from him, but that's not the worry. All right, man. I appreciate you. I appreciate you joining in, my dog. Hey, appreciate you, Matt. I'll holler at you next show, baby. Um, so yeah, I'm the Browns and Steelers are up next. Um, Book man, I don't listen to Booger, man. I'm glad he's not on uh, ABC or Monday Night Football no more, man. Booger is a guy who says stuff, dog, just to uh, get tweets, and I don't I it wasn't well thought out what he said, man. I think he lumped everybody in the same category, which is horrible. Um, um, yeah, Booker always says stuff like that, man. Man, for Dwayne Haskins, uh, yeah, I saw what he said, yeah, and I definitely don't agree with that. Um, yeah, just, I definitely don't agree with that. That's like I said, he just lumped everybody into the same mold, man, and that's not what everybody is, uh, which is horrible. It was a poor comment, it was a poor statement, and uh, that that's Booker for you though. That's why Booker's not on it, Monday Night Football no more. So yeah, I definitely don't agree with what he said. Uh, Haskins is immature, man. He made mistakes. He made mistakes. He didn't care. He didn't care about what he was doing, man. Um, he had ample opportunity to come out there and be the starting quarterback for that team. Um, but that's on Haskins. That's not on every black player that comes in the league, man. That's yeah. You don't lump everybody into the same. That's just not what you do. So that's my thoughts on the Big Mac. I appreciate you joining in, my dog. Appreciate you. I'll check you out on the next show, man. Been a pleasure. Um, uh, Browns and Steelers. Uh, Cleveland might be without the head coach, man, because he contracted COVID. See you, bro. Um, I I thought the Steelers would probably be one and done, man. They got a good matchup against Cleveland. Um, they blew the doors off of Cleveland last time, and now Cleveland may be without their head coach. That's gonna be uh, that's gonna be tough for the Browns to overcome that, man. I saw my boy Eric James, diehard Cleveland Browns fan, was saying that the coach gave a dap or a hug to Mike Tomlin, so he should be out too with COVID protocol. So that'll make the game even. uh, so yeah, you know, I think the Steelers are playing bad football right now. Um, but if you go in there without your coach, man, I don't see you beating the Steelers. Uh, I think the Steelers will come out with this dub against the Browns. If the coach is not there, if the coach is there, man, I'm going with the Browns. So I think that's what it all depends on for me, man. If the coach will be there, then I'm going with the Browns. If he's not, I'm gonna go with the Steelers. So um, all right, so let's go ahead and segue on to the next subject, man. This Hall of Fame, the Hall of Fame inductees, man. We have some people that are qualified for the Hall of Fame. So let me get y'all thoughts. I see my boy Pete Fish is watching. What's up, Big Pete? Uh, y'all let me know what y'all think. Um, with these picks, man. I'm not really sure about some of these guys actually getting in. Um, I don't believe some of these people are Hall of Fame worthy. Then I saw some people that really were, well, people I thought they were lock-ins, thought that they shouldn't be in. So um, I'm gonna give y'all the people I think who are supposed to be in, who are uh, no doubt about it, first ballot Hall of Famers, man. Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, um, Clay Matthews, um, Jared Allen, um, Reggie Wayne, and Tony Baselli. Those are my picks right now. Um, there are some other players on here that I'm really not that sure about, really not that confident in. Um, I don't think that they really are uh, Hall of Fame worthy. Uh, and I'm gonna throw the names out. Rondé Barber. I thought he was a good player, man. I never thought he was a great player. Definitely don't think he's Hall of Fame worthy. Um, Leroy Butler, another great, good player. Don't know if he was great, but definitely a good player. Um, but I think they're just trying to throwing people in the Hall of Fame, and I don't understand if you can just throw this man in the Hall of Fame. Why Darren Woodson's not in the Hall of Fame? I think Darren Woodson is definitely a Hall of Famer. So why the hell he ain't in there? So um, I I just can't throw Leroy Butler in there, man. Um, Torrey Holt, uh, the greatest show on turf. He was part of that team, man. He and I he was a good player. Man. He might have been great. He might have been great. Um, I just don't know if he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. He might have to wait a little bit. And and yeah, I don't. I hate to take anything away from him because he was like I said, he was awesome. I just don't see him being a first ballot though, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Another first ballot I think is Calvin Johnson. I think Calvin Johnson is a Hall of Famer. Um, that player, another guy was saying that there is no way that he's a Hall of Famer. They were saying that he didn't play enough seasons to be a Hall of Famer. Um, but I don't think it's the seasons that make you a Hall of Famer, man. I think he was great in every season that he played in. He was great. That's what makes you a Hall of Famer. Um, so I definitely think Calvin Johnson is a Hall of Famer, man. Um, John Lynch, uh, Hall of Famer. Mm, I can't say John's a Hall of Famer. I say John was a really really good player on a really great defense. Um, but Hall of Fame great. Mm, I can't say that. I can't say he was Hall of Fame great. So yeah, that's another one, man. I can't give him that. Um, Sam Mills. I think Sam Mills will eventually be a Hall of Famer. I don't think he's the first ballot Hall of Famer, um, but I think he definitely will be. Um, Zach Thomas was, and I don't know if I'm just keep on remembering Zach Thomas when he came to the Cowboys, or I know he was Mr. Everything for the Miami Dolphins. And I know you Miami Dolphin fans can probably chime in on this, man. Do you feel Zach Thomas is a Hall of Famer? Um, Great player, man. Great player. And maybe he's another one that is just not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Um, yeah, I don't think he's a first ballot. He may get in though. Um, and then I think that was it. So I got Reggie Wayne, Clay Matthews, Calvin Johnson, Tony Baselli, Jared Allen, Charles Woodson, and Peyton Manning. Those are all my Hall of Famers. Those are the ones I think should be in Hall of Fame. Um, the rest of them, I'm not sold on it, man. I think the Hall of Fame should have a higher. Um, uh, it's take more to be in the Hall of Fame, man. I think we're just throwing any and everybody in the Hall of Fame now, man. So I definitely don't think that needs to be the case for the NFL, man. NFL is better than that. So those are my picks for the NFL, man. Those are the picks that I think they need to be in. Um, so y'all let me know what y'all think, man. Send your comments to YouTube. Send your comments to Facebook on Talking with G, and also on Twitter, man. Um, that would be the end of the show, man. I appreciate you all joining in today, man. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, follow your boy on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. All right. Hey, man, I'm out. Hey, I love y'all. I'll see y'all on Sunday, baby, at noon. We out. Peace.